I laid down on the grizzly bear fur that had terrified me as a little girl in my grandfather's basement. It made me feel powerful. As I laid there, I thought to myself, as I digested the Thanksgiving meal I just consumed, this great animal, once powerful, now laid there dead, gone, and defeated. It laid there as nothing as a prize. Something greater than itself had defeated it. I thought to myself, Brooke, what is the difference between you and this grizzly bear? What makes you different from any animal anyways? As I began to think, I thought about how our ideals and our goals are the same as animals. We want to protect our families. We want food. We want to reproduce and pass along our genes. So what makes us that different than animals anyways? When I thought about who killed that animal, I realized that someone much more competent did. It was a human being, one of our own species. The difference between us and animals was that we had the willpower to become, to do something, to change, to become more than we currently are. Because within our DNA, we are DNA coded for greatness. We are not meant merely just to survive like these animals are. These animals find food, protection, and pass along their genes. That's it. But we are more than that. We are more than just survival. We are DNA coded for greatness. So after I thought about this, I ran up the stairs and found my grandfather laying on his bed, his deathbed, as some would say. And he looked up at me and laughed and smiled as I walked in and said, "Hey, Brookie, it looks like we've had those doctors fooled again." In fact, he did, because the doctors had given him 3 days to live. That was 3 months ago. Grandpa's still alive. He's been through 10 years of dialysis after 2 of his kidneys failed. But he's a fighter, and he always has been. In fact, he was the man that killed that grizzly bear downstairs. Grandpa's always done whatever he's wanted to do. He played for the BYU football team. He was a BYU opera star. He also went on to be an Air Force pilot in some of the greatest wars this country has ever seen. He went on to play NFL football. And then at the age of 43, he decided that he wanted to become a dentist. He then went to dentistry school, made millions, and has been a successful dentist. Impossible to someone like me, and possibly to you too. So I asked my grandfather, what has made you so successful? How have you done it? He looked at me and smiled. He said, Brooke, you can do anything you want to do. You just have to decide and then do it, because you are DNA coded for greatness. Whoa, it hit me like a ton of bricks. In that moment, it all made sense. All those times that people were saying, chase your dreams, become this, become whatever you want to do, that just didn't make sense to me. But in this moment, it made sense. It's within me. It's my decision to become something great, to do something more than I currently am now. As I realized this, I realized that my grandpa was no genius or naturally gifted athlete or anything like that. He was just the hardest worker I have ever known. And his hard work and determination to not waste a second of life is what made him become so great. Each of us have that same potential as well. Along with those genes, we also have divine genes within us. As sons and daughters of God, we have divine attributes, because we've inherited them from our God, a higher supreme being. In Acts it says, God is with us, for in him we live and are, because we are his offspring. Do you understand what that means? You have within your blood and your spirit every right to be great, every right to do whatever you want to do and become. Don't waste your life away. My grandpa had that figured out. He knows who he is. That's why nothing could stop him. And nothing should stop you either. This is our time on earth. And we have a chance to become more than we currently are. We aren't here just for survival, just like the animals. We are here to become something, to change, to be molded, to not be complacent. Our DNA is coded for greatness. Yours is. And it's your decision to make the most of it, to activate that DNA through hard work and dedication, through the decisions that you make. That potential is flowing through your veins. Now the question is, what are you doing with it? Thank you.